It's AZD right now, and it's about to be 5 p.m. And here I am with the setup for the podcast, and we got everybody starting the equipment. This is a podcast. It's on Mondays at 5 p.m. It's called Let's Talk About It. It's about relationships. It's about the science of the mind, the mathematics of relationships, and influence, and how to really deal with your own mind and master your own mind and emotions. And it's going to be incredible. So it's for men and women, and find the link somewhere by DMing me or commenting on this. All right, be the best, fuck the rest. We're about to get started. All right, everybody, welcome. Here we go. I'm AZD. This is going to be our special podcast on Mondays. We're going to talk about relationships, and we're going to talk about communication, mindset, state of mind, and all this stuff the entire world is interested in, and we're doing very, very good in, okay? So it's just a matter of time before everybody's talking about us, because a lot of people are talking about us already. And the way the numbers work is it's just, there's no way to stop it, okay? Some kind of mathematics that goes forward. So here we are. If you know me, you know me. And if you don't, welcome. Let's get started. Are there any questions or topics you want to talk about? Let's do it, okay? We're going to have a little co-host. Not a little co-host. I don't have a co-host to do these little pieces of it, okay? To be able to look up there and decide who's going to talk, blah, 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 all right? And so, Chris, you want to do that right now?
Look and see who wants to talk, yeah.
Yeah, just kind of run that part of it.
Yeah, well, if there's anybody that has any questions, obviously comments, feedback. I mean, there's a lot of reality to get on what's going on here with AZD and the tribe. And so different people may be at different places. I know I have some things I would address and want to hear your take on it.
Yeah, whatever.
One of the first things, I had a great call with my grandma today. And yeah, right? Female psychology, you know what I'm saying? And
I know what I'm saying.
What a blessing, bro, to know how to package my communication in a way. And, it goes back so much in everything that we're working on. My cowboy character, bringing back like childhood ambitions and passions. So I remember what it was like being old practical old man now. I'm almost 38. So it's like wow. 30 years ago I was hanging out with grandma in Oklahoma and grandpa. And, Christianity, all the Christ consciousness we went to, bro, I hit her like a ton of bricks on her heart.
I bet.
And she unintentionally, completely unintentional. She says something. Oh, what's going on with this, motherfucker? So, reconnect. Okay, so
I got something I can say when we've heard everything from you, Chris.
Right on. Yeah, go ahead.
So just wrapping it up. She had said something about. I'll pray for you or whatever, but it wasn't a positive. It wasn't like I was complaining about anything. She was just like happy, didn't know what to say. She said, I'll pray for you. And I said something to the effect of, somehow it gets to like when two or more of us pray, I am real. Like it's real, Grandma.
Yeah.
And
she loved it.
Oh man, I didn't realize, like I must have hit grandpa code, like something that he was talking to her about because he would read the Bible every night.
Yeah.
And I could just tell she was like emotionally affected, like. And my parents had put her in a home recently, and like it's difficult to take care of her. So I know that she's going through some shit that I barely even understand.
Oh man.
But she was perfect on the phone, like acknowledged everything. It was a 20-minute conversation.
Wow.
The power of communication to get through and keep a person engaged and understanding something of psychology.
You heal people through good communication,
Bro,
and you hurt them through bad communication.
It was really rewarding, and there was more to it, but that's the gist of it.
It's awesome, Brett. What were you gonna say?
Oh yeah, no, loving the stream, AZD, and what's going on here. Everything's looking super tight. My boy Leo showed up.
Hey Leo.
He's been checking out your content. I've been showing him
what
you're all about.
Nice.
We're both like majorly affected by it and being elevated. So I wanted to see what Leo has to say and what his thoughts are of after just like contacting probably even only surface level of the depth of what's actually going on over here with your message, with IMC Nation. What's really blowing up in Las Vegas right now.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, you're going to be...
see what he has to say, because he is a newcomer in here and he's stoked to join the stream. He's about to join IMC Nation too.
Good. Brett, whenever you're on this, you're the co-host. Okay? So, it's better. You can interview me. You're the right perspective. I just saw it, okay? All right, so let's go.
Okay,
Leo, jump on with your boy here. You guys talk it out. Put me, Brett, and Leo on.
I can't.
Let's go.
Who's got the cameras going?
I can't do that.
Hey,
They're both on the same Zoom.
how's everybody?
Oh, hey, how you doing? Sorry.
Hey, I'm so grateful to be here, AZD, especially, being able to just hear you speak about your experiences, all the wisdom you've acquired the past couple of years. And I don't really trust that many people in terms of, I have a skepticism. But then when I heard that you spoke, I realized how much of a true master that you are. And, I'm open to, the journey that we're on right now together collectively.
Yeah,
so thank you so much for having me.
I'm curious, what made you, being skeptical and all that is very healthy. So what was it that you heard that you were like, oh, I believe this guy? What was the difference? I'm curious.
I'm really grateful you're asking, and I feel like it's important to acquire as much feedback as possible, right? The one thing that really separated you from everyone else is the depth, the amount of depth that you have in terms of your ability to communicate what you have. Yes, there's a lot of people out there that has really surface level, right? Yeah. But the one thing that you had that was really powerful to me was the amount of depth that you had whenever, I remember a story that you were telling me specifically, right? For example, when there was, the way that you send text messages, for example, to your girlfriends is one of the best things that I was like, yeah, absolute, a lot of energy there. The way that, a lot of heartbrokens as well, I'm sure. Yeah. But that was the main thing, I suppose. Just the amount of depth that you had behind your words.
Right on. That's great, man. Okay, it's nice to meet you. You have any questions or anything you want to talk about?
Man, no, grateful to be here, and I'm grateful that, INC Nation's here, so let's get it.
Let's get it. So, Leo, beautiful.
So, I'll just chime in, AZD. So, Leo is a great wingman. I call him a winged dragon.
Dragon wings.
And this is Winged Dragon. He's amazing at opening sets. It's seriously legendary, dude.
I can see that he would be opening sets, yeah.
Oh, he's a zero threat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah. Style. Yeah.
He just walks in and it's a freaking explosion.
Mm-hmm. Right on.
And we go from there. But he's trained in Mystery Method.
Oh, cool.
And well, I don't know how deep he's trained, but he's familiar with it.
Right on.
So yeah, we've been devastating local ratchet clubs around here pretty successfully. With barely applying any of the stuff you've been bringing.
You guys are doing good? Are you guys doing good over there?
He's a big fan.
Are you doing good over there with the girls?
We're crushing it, dude.
Right on.
We're totally crushing it. I mean, we have some epic fails. We have some epic fails on the journey.
Oh no, that was.
Or we know how to deal with it.
Right on, dude. That's fun. That's fun. That's fun. It keeps us young. Look how it keeps us young. Right?
It really does. It really does. We went out the other night and it was like, fuck. We were, tapping in and just feeling like so fucking alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't wait to go out tonight.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, dude. I'm so psyched. I'll be there on Thursday. I can't fucking wait.
Are you coming here?
Oh yeah, I'll be there on from Thursday through Sunday, dude.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh, right on. Okay, good. What else is going on?
Here?
What?
But they're not on. They're on the stream here.
Yeah, go ahead.
The question is, girls keep staring at me. What should I do? I'm very good looking and fit. Good answer.
That's funny. Well, I tell you what. For me to answer that, why don't you just FaceTime us?
He said he can't right now.
Okay, well, when you can, I'll answer it, okay? Because right now, I don't know if that's true.
Okay.
Okay? I don't know if that's true.
Shit, I believe it.
Man, I want to see that. That's so great.
Which part? With him being fit?
Very fit and good looking. I want to see what he looks like.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe he is, though.
Might be.
Maybe.
There's a guy on my Instagram.
Yeah.
Bodybuilder.
But he doesn't, he feels like he doesn't know what to do.
I mean, his game, he kind of goes in and out. He'll message me. I know he's going through some relationship trouble or whatever, and that's when he'll start talking game. And I'm talking to him, and I'm encouraging him to come to class or whatever, and then he'll stop responding. And I feel like he just got back with the girl or something. Doesn't need game anymore. He's good.
Yeah.
You know,
call him back,
bro. He has so much potential. He's got this deep voice. Like his body is a 10. He's got like that body. But, I mean, he's wavering in his mindset.
Yeah, that's great. I love it when good-looking guys lose to me. You know, great bodies, because you have to defeat them mentally. Chess game, it's a chess game, okay? Good, anything else? What else is going on? There's Star of Truth.
see.
Oh.
I don't think we've ever spoke with. I mean, a lot of people don't have their camera on, but a lot of people here we haven't spoken with. So if you guys have anything, like even just stating your condition with game, like where you're at, where you're at in the world, even just introduce yourself. Hadad.
Well, the thing is, I tell you guys, because if you're going to be serious students of this, you have to stop. There's a language for the outside world and there's a language for the inside world. Okay. And so, for example, you have to know that this is now a public broadcast. Yeah. This is not a people paying to show up to a private group to learn private technology, right? Mm-hmm. And so let's say this is called Let's Talk About It, right? It's the first podcast, there isn't too many people here. I wouldn't even use the word game. You have to think to yourself, right now, you could invite your mother, your grandma, your sister, and they can listen to this thing. Mm-hmm. You have to be able to speak that language, otherwise you're weird.
And I got a question.
Yeah.
So what are some things that a modern man who's been growing up, he's a young man, 20s, early 20s maybe, he's grown up through the education system, just now educating himself to things outside of just what school indoctrinated him with. What are some things he needs to know to really, to not be the kind of man that school brought him up to be, but to be a man's man, like a well-respected man, someone like the guys that he admires? Those guys probably aren't that, but he's idealizing them like Tate or whoever they're watching. That, what are some steps that a man needs to do to really become a man, in your opinion?
Outside of studying myself or Wes Watson or David Goggins, I don't know, is there anybody out there, any man mentor that could make a man? Any other names come up? I would say you have to get a mentor like us. Study. Those guys also make a man, right? They make a different kind of man, but they make a hardcore guy. If you go with Goggins or if you go with Wes Watson, you're gonna be tough, dude. You're gonna be a man, right? We focus on our relationships. Goggins focuses on running and like continuously breaking himself, and then Wes Watson on maybe healing the world or something, or some shit, right? But we're just focusing on relationships. But other than that, I don't know how else they would do it because they don't have a reference for it. Unless something their soul is screaming, like it was in mine growing up. I didn't have any reference. I just was searching in comic books and movies, and something inside me just knew I want to be strong, right? Every man wants to be strong, I think, right? That's the energy of God in male form. It's powerful. So think about it. It's like Osiris. So it's in our soul to be strong, but it's also in our condition to be a slave, right? So it's in our soul to be strong, but in the condition of finding yourself growing up in a prison. If you were born in a prison, right, in a matrix, so you're just being mined all the time. Recycled and mined for energy. Recycle next life, next body. Swear to God. Yeah. I know that to be true. It's crazy. So you got to become more aware. So sometimes you catch this thing, and then what do? I have no fucking clue.
So then the next question would be dealing more with relationships. What is the man that's growing up and he's coming into his own now, what does he need to know about dating that definitely nobody educated him on? It's not in school or anywhere.
He has to study the pickup artists, and then he has to study us. That's it. See, it's kind of like, this is so specific that it's like saying if somebody wanted to know heart surgery, what should they study? We would say very clearly, they get their MD in this thing, and then they do what with that thing, right? So what does a man who wants to know about relationships, which is like heart surgery and brain surgery and ball surgery, need to know? He needs to know what the pickup artists know, because they've hacked so much, their information is needed. Without knowing what mystery knows, you're never going to be able to do what we do. 2, you have to know evolutionary psychology, which led into what we're doing here. And so that's the path. Any other path, it would be like, how does one do heart surgery? I don't know. Right? You could break up the heart and do stuff, but it's not safe, and I don't know how to do that, right? This is very specific. That's what people don't understand. I've been trying to make the language more and more specific here for you guys in the last day or so, right? Because it's like, we can't just say, how do you fix your relationship? That is more psychology than any psychologist could ever understand, because they could never fix a fucking relationship. And I'm doing it. I'm doing it on my own, as you see. Bah, 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 bah. No psychologist would ever tell you the shit that I tell you. They would destroy your life. And they do. They can't help one person, right? So it starts with oneself. I have 10 relationships right now that are very good. 10. Like legit, these guys see them. And they're all very good. So it starts with, can I run my own life with 10 girlfriends? Yeah, absolutely. More. It's easier than that, actually, okay? I can't even say I'm running out of time. I'm not. I have less and less time of being by myself physically. What's powerful about that is I'm learning as an advanced practitioner of the same art you're in. The master is still a student. I'm the number one student in this thing. Like literally, I'm the most dedicated student of it, right? 24 hours a day. And so what I'm learning, having very, very little time to myself, what I mean by that is, I mean literally another physical being right there. It's like, seems to be almost 24 hours for days at a time, right? And so what I'm learning is how to get that fourth wall, privacy, more and more. I need it. Because you start going like, it's too much, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm starting to be able to create my own atmosphere better and better. It's good practice, right? It's like we went, what did we do? You know, from this morning, I finished the class, went with my girlfriend. I was with my girlfriend, she dropped me off right now. When I finish this, I'm gonna go back to my house. 3 of my girlfriends are gonna be there. Then they're gonna leave. I'm gonna have my tap-in process for an hour. I wanna do it alone. There may be a chance someone might show up, honestly. But probably alone. Then I'll be with you guys, then we're out. We're gonna be at the strip club. By the time we get back, another girlfriend is coming to spend the night, if she makes it. I know by that time comes, I'll even be thinking, I hope she doesn't make it. That happens, right? But if she makes it, then I'm happy that she made it. Why? Because look at my life, right? What the hell? Right? Can't complain about that shit. And if she doesn't make it, well then, all right. It allows me an opportunity to not be like, why did you not make it? Because it happened 2 nights ago. Right? She didn't make it, one of the girlfriends. Mm-hmm. And then I got home and I was like, man, I'd already texted her. I felt like she either fell asleep or something, right? I was like, oh, this is so nice, right? I go to sleep at like 4:30 or 5, I get a text that was like, sorry, babe, I fell asleep, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't react, right? But when it was time, I could say, you missed it again. But without being like, you missed it again, right? I was fine, bro. Good thing I'm not suffering good thing I'm fucking okay, right? But if it's like where you have to go spend the night because you have a scarcity of it and all day you've been thinking about it, yeah. Then you're going to be like, but you said this and you said that and how come this and how come that? Okay, go ahead. Speaking of.
I have someone asked a question.
Yeah.
The mic? Who does he look for, TZD, who does AZ look for inspiration and new knowledge as times, cultures, and people change?
Comic books and superheroes and mythology is the number one source. Any picture that moves me. It could be a picture of the ocean. It could be a picture of a bodybuilder. It could be a billboard with a fucking lawyer on it. Right? It could be a hotel. That I look for this thing called Shakti, energy moving inside. I live off of that now. I'm teaching Electra. The girl's been with me the longest, and it's very different. Okay? It's kind of like you go from Shakti to Shakti to Shakti to Shakti, and you don't care about anything else. So I look to see what makes my energy rise, and that's my inspiration. And it could be anything, right? It's even like this little smoking apparatus. This one doesn't do it. This one I like what's inside of it. This one I like the apparatus. When I grab it, it's like I have a weapon in my hand or something special. It feels right, like I should have this one. This one doesn't. Right?
He said, so it's spiritual?
Yeah, what? Of course. Like, huh? Yeah. What do you think it was? Physical? What's physical about it? What's physical? What do you guys even mean physical? That's a trap. What's physical? What are you talking about? What's physical? Don't you have to think about it first? Everything physical. Don't you have to formulate some kind of idea, thought? Don't you have a belief about it? Don't your beliefs move your movement in physical? Of course, it's first here, then here. Obviously, right? Everything is spiritual. Especially when we know we are spiritual. We are spiritual beings at IMC Nation. Let Earth know. Planet Earth, one of the first basic tenets of IMC Nation is you're not a body, you're not a mind, you're not your emotions, You're not this identity. You are a spirit. You are a consciousness that knows it's aware somehow, and we don't know shit else about it, but we do know that. We all can agree that I'm here and you're there and hello everybody and don't know anything else. Okay, it doesn't seem like I'm gonna die. I think you probably have the same idea. It doesn't seem like I'm aging, right? Like the idea of you're gonna die one day of old age just sounds stupid to me still. Like, what are you talking about? I'm always gonna feel like this, you know what I mean? Because I've always felt like this. But we know it's gonna happen, right? I don't know how I know it's gonna happen, maybe because I keep seeing it and I think maybe I should not think that or whatever, but that's all I am, right? Do you see what I did? I become this little thinking creature. That's really where I'm living, and you too. Right? So we're just kind of this like floating thing that just goes, right? And that becomes my hand. Ow. Get out of here, dude. Okay? Like if you cut your hand, you're still you. Right? You amputate your arm, you're still you. Hello? She's like, I don't have an arm anymore, but I'm still me. Right? You get your legs cut off. It's like, fuck, my legs are cut off. You're still you. Like you're you all the way through. You don't have a tongue. You're like, they'll be like, he's retarded. You're just like, It's like when you broke an arm or something, you couldn't move it. I hurt my shoulder. It just doesn't function. I want to go, but I can't go. And that's the weirdest shit that ever happens. And that's what death, I'm sure, feels like. It feels like, oh, damn, there's a bullet in that thing. It doesn't move anymore. Right? Or it fucking had a heart. Who knows what the fuck happens to it? I don't like using those words. You know what I mean? Something happened to it. Stop TikToking, right? And then what happens to you? Well, we don't know, but we're not the first people to try to figure it out. All of our ancestors have had the same question we have. So let's see what they said about it. And how are we to judge them? We're going to judge them based on testimonials of people around them. Right? Eyewitness testimony, not on their own autobiography, how great they are. Okay? We're going to see how they affected the world. Simple. That's the only way we could fucking measure it, right? And so all the great ones that we consider great have said the same message, which is we're spiritual beings. We're not one. We're not a body. There we go. Jessica always makes my heart open. Okay. So you know what I mean? And that's like our message. And so we can't use words like game and pick up. We can use words like game if we are in our initiated group. Mm-hmm. And that's so important that language has to be separated. That's how you separate ages, by the way. Children should not hear certain language, right? If someone's older than you by some age, like 20, 30 years, you should not use a certain language around them. Simply as that, right? So let's say I'm 47. If I'm around a 77-year-old guy in conversation, then I'd be like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, whoa, what?
Yeah.
I should definitely not say that to him, but in reality, I shouldn't even say that to him in front of that guy.
Right.
If I'm about to say shut the fuck up, I'm doing something wrong. So our language separates properly, right? Or improperly would be if you're in set and you want to AMOG somebody, like get rid of them. All right, so for example, that was incorrect terminology for this podcast, right? But it's just us right now. So listen, guys, I'm going to be the most famous person on the planet because Andrew Tate, he was the most Googled man, 20-something, right? So obviously, I take his position. Like it's obvious. It's an obvious thing, right? People want to know this shit more than anything else. So can we play those 2 clips for people right now or no? Zay? Everybody, you have the 2 clips? You know, if you're on this podcast, I ask you to share these clips on your Instagram if you can and tag us. Tag INC Nation or any of the accounts. Okay, check it out. Here are the next 2 going up. You tell me what you would think if you didn't know me and you saw this guy's intensity. Right? Whether you love him or hate him, but just, he's not gonna be background. How's that? You're gonna have to talk about this. If you don't know me and you see this for the first time, you're gonna stop and look at this fucking weird guy. Then you're gonna hear his voice, it's gonna sound kind of cool, and then his intensity. There you go, you can't deny it. So here we go. It's not that one, bro.
Originally it started as Integrated Martial Arts Concepts Academy, a martial arts academy. It became a worldwide movement through YouTube, and Facebook, and now Instagram, TikTok, and stuff. So IMC Nation now stands for International Masters Council. Every man here in the background is a professional in some field. That's the requirement. You gotta be a professional to be here with me, around me. And we all get together every single day. And we mastermind.
Masturbate.
So
Is this the clip?
That's why I can see it with some confidence.
One of two.
So what's that all about? That's IMC Nation. We get together as men, brilliant men, and we discuss ideas.
Oh, those are gonna be the thing.
Originally start.
That's one of them. That's not the intense one, but that's good. We need to put it out there. Because they're going to want to know what's IMC Nation right away, right? So we get that out, and then this one. This one's pretty intense.
There should be a space where men can be men and women can be women. Children can be children. Children should always be supervised with adults. Like the basics that every human being knows. We're going around apologizing for that shit just because a bunch of fucking freaks decide that they're non-binary or 400 fucking different verses. I don't give a. You know what? You can be whatever you want to be, and that's fine.
Right.
That's the whole point, right? Just shut the fuck up. No one needs to know. Why is your sexuality my business? That's what I want to know. Who talks about what goes on in the fucking bedroom except a weird pervert?
Yeah.
It's nobody's business what happens in the bedroom. No, I don't want to know who the president's fucking. I don't want to know who the fucking janitor's fucking. I don't want to know who anybody's fucking except my girl and me. That's the only business I have when it comes to sex.
Dang, that's going to hit.
I might get censored.
Woo! Might get censored, huh?
Fucking and sex in the video. Fucking
Yeah,
sex.
we just got to get it out into the public somehow. Then it'll have a life of its own like a virus.
We'll see.
Hell yeah. Right on. Spread that shit, okay? All right, what else we got? Spread your booty. I was at the strip club the other night. And I had my black girlfriend, you know, the new one. And she's standing in front of me, right? And I look to my left. There's like a group of guys. One white guy's looking at me like,
You did that?
yeah, like you got that, you know what I mean? Doesn't know. He thinks like such some stripper, right?
Yeah.
And I go like this, and I put my head on her butt, right? I'm looking at him, I go like this, and then he goes like this. Because I grab her butt a little bit like this, and he's all. I was all, yeah.
Man,
That was funny.
what these girls got to deal with.
Oh man, it's crazy, right? Ooh, weird. Hey, good thing, because they shouldn't be doing that. Right? They should be treated like that anyways. All right, so anyways, we don't want to use the words like that, all right? And those words are wrong, so I said whatever the fuck I said. I don't remember what I was talking about, but... All right, what else?
Let's see.
We have to correct our language.
Why do you think it's so? Why are relationships so important?
Because they're mirrors of who you are. That's it. It's one fact I know for sure. The only way to look at yourself in the mirror. Isn't that the greatest answer? I get that from Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee. Don't give me credit. Give me credit for telling you about it, but Bruce Lee's the words I got it from him. Right? He said something. He didn't say those words, but I got the teaching from him. Right? That his words was something like one only knows one in relation to another person. Right?
And the answer was because they're a mirror.
They're a mirror to your soul. You know what that means? So sometimes some of you guys get real not smart.
No, someone's asking here.
So answer.
To say it again.
Yeah.
You wanted you to say it. I was just confirming this.
Yeah, that's it. You need a relationship to find out what the hell what you look like out there. That's why you need honest relationships. I need more than one. You can't tell who you are. You have no idea what you look like outside of you, right? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like you're wearing a mask all the time, right? And so the reason why, let's say, the girls don't like you, but you think they should like you, is because you inside see yourself a certain way, right? But she doesn't see you that way. And that is what we've been working on for many, many years. How to bridge this gap, and not only that, to look inside first and clean up. Because that's what I discovered. I got to the position I got to and continue to go up because I'm addicted to this thing, right? By continuously checking myself and finding out what inside of me was something I didn't want people to look at. I kept cleaning it. Right? The more I did that, the easier it was to communicate. Communication became more fearsome. Right? I was able to suddenly use truth to fight versus force, right? It went from major reactions of loud voices of almost fighting. I never really hit anybody, but a lot of threats, you could say, to less, to now just using much more pure straight line logic and cutting right to the problem, which means I'm so much better in my ability to fight, right? My words have become swords, and that's what I've always wanted. I always knew, right, that the older you get, the more Yoda-like you must become. It's okay to become old like Yoda. It's okay to become old like some of these characters that I grew up watching. The old master was always the one that I admired the most, actually. I never admired the young warrior because my body wasn't strong enough to be that guy, right? So even at a young age, my archetype was the old master. Right? As my body started to get stronger, right now I'm like 47, my body's very strong, but it was never like this. I'm stronger now than I was like before, right? I just couldn't do it for whatever fucking reason. Not enough testosterone really is what it was. That's really what it was. Looking back, right? You're doing all you're working out, but you're lacking testosterone. The diet you have, the bullshit you have, right? It's crazy. So those masters, they always had mental abilities, right? They seem to have awarenesses. One of my favorite stories was when the guy, he realized that the master was whenever the master was around, he would live with the master, right? It's a martial arts story that he seemed like he was never able to be surprised. And it was just crazy for him that was happening. So one day, they were eating on the table, and then he just kind of looks at the master's eating, and he starts thinking about, I wonder if at the moment he starts thinking about throwing something at the master looks up at the chopstick and points to him like that, and goes like that, and goes back. And he's like, oh shit. Then one day, they're like, we're really going to get this guy. So him and another student hide in the garden master would normally walk. They hide behind a bush, right? And they get another student to walk with the master. And they're walking, and the other student's asking them questions, trying to lead them to ambush the master to see if they can get him, right? As they're walking, the master's got his arm behind his back, they're asking questions. Right when they get close to the area, the master stops. And the student stops. And the master starts answering the question, just casually just stopped walking and kept talking. The student keeps talking. It's like, why isn't he walking? Why is he walking? Right? The master just stops, turns around, is talking there, doesn't seem to move forward. And then the student's like, okay, well, and then the student starts to feel weird. Because if he insists on going that way, it'll be weird. He was walking with the master. How is he going to say, can we walk that way now? The master starts turning around, right? And he starts walking back the other way. The student's going crazy. Finally, the student's like, well, I can just hit him. The moment he does that, the master points to him. And they keep walking. They go sit down. One day, eventually, they get the courage. They say, when you were in the garden, did you know we were around the corner? And he says, no. They say, you didn't know? He said, so you got lucky. He said, no, I didn't get lucky. They said, well, if you didn't know and you get lucky, then why did you not walk? He says, because it's not about knowing, it's not about getting lucky. It's that I won't put myself in a situation where I can be harmed. My body knows where to go. And so that always stuck out to me. Because then I heard other stories of masters that when you grab them, it seemed like they weren't there. Then suddenly they were there. A lot of these guys were from Tai Chi, right? And so it was like the soft martial arts seemed to have these abilities. The hard martial arts seemed to have a different ability. They would strengthen their bodies and break through shit, right? And so there I am practicing the hard martial arts because that's what my parents put me in, and that's what kept going. As I'm practicing the hard martial arts, I'm studying the soft martial arts philosophy. The books I'm reading are Zen and Tai Chi and Aikido and Tao, Buddhism. I'm here doing this, the fighting arts, but I'm studying the softness, the meditation. That's what's really I want. And it's difficult to do that when you're fighting. But I know I'm supposed to do that when I'm fighting. Except that the training that I was getting in martial arts, none of the teachers I had focused on that. They were both fighters, right? One was a Taekwondo champion, the other one was a Jiu-Jitsu champion. And they were both fighting champions, right? And so their focus was fighting, even though they both craved the internal martial arts. And so as their student, I would study their fighting art, and I would then explain it to the teacher through the philosophy of the martial arts. And that became, I believe, how I became the first black belt under Batata, and Master Ray is his top student, blah, 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 because these guys are real masters, and I'm studying them. And then they do something that I have read about, but they don't have a reference for it. They're just in the flow. He's just a fighter. He just grew up in it. He's just an animal. He's a beast, right? When I'm watching him, I don't see that, right? I see the story of the martial arts, how David and Goliath just happened with, let's say, Batata and the other guy. Did you guys see Batata's video?
Yeah. He's back to back.
Bro, he put it up. I'm going to post it.
I'm going to look at it.
Oh, my God. It's amazing.
I thought it was like the same clip, and I was like, holy fuck, he's like just going one after another.
He went through all of them, tapped most of them. That's a lot at black belt level. He whooped their asses, bro. Do you get how level the guy is, bro? That's what I'm saying. I get so proud when I watch that.
Yeah, I mean,
well, just think, it's a world-class black belt jiu-jitsu. So
yeah, of course.
Think the hardest jiu-jitsu match you ever had on the mats with whoever.
Back to back, like.
But no, that guy would be nothing compared to the black belt world champion.
Yeah.
The hardest match you could possibly imagine you've ever felt.
Yeah.
Would be nothing against a world champion. I'm nothing against world champion jiu-jitsu black belts. Like nothing. I could survive maybe for a bit. But they're so good. It's ridiculous, right? And he's fucking crushing them. Okay. Anything else? It's kind of fun.
There's another question here.
Yeah.
Aaron asks, do you think...
Look how precious this is. Look how precious this is. In the desert. Okay.
Okay, well, let's ask this one. Do you think people see us the way we see ourselves?
No.
And our journey is finding our purpose, and the woman just come because they know we're tapped in?
No. Your language is so off. So what it tells me is you don't know anything and you're confused. It's not your fault, but you truly don't know anything. And I want you guys to know I'm so sharp you can't even imagine. And you need to come see it. I'm like an AI. Compared to anybody you know. So when it comes to this shit, I can hear in your language so many things. This man who just spoke, you are lost in space. That'll be your movie called Lost in Space. You're tumbling and you need to hurry up. Right now we're broadcasting to you through space. We're in a spaceship called Eden right now. It's a big spaceship, bro. It's an organic spaceship. I tell you, it's some real shit. I'm broadcasting to you. Bro, you're lost in space. It's called a tractor beam. Use a tractor beam to pull yourself to us, okay? Because you're tumbling. Your question is tumbling. You have no idea what tapped in means when you said that. You have no idea you have no idea about anything you're saying. You know I'm right. It's so empty. If I ask you 2 questions, you have no answers. Okay? He would have 0 answers about what I ask him. So the answer is no. Get over here. That's all. Okay, what else?
Mortal Kombat over here.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat. I got my code in Mortal Kombat. I gotta show you. Who?
There were some comments on the chat prior.
Okay, anybody got anything to say? Brett, you got control up there if you know anything.
Yeah, bro, I'll definitely love to just throw something out there. Like, cruising out there a few times now has been really remarkable. And one of the things I would love to just hear your input on, and I've gotten a little information on it because it's obvious to a lot of us guys, but it's this strength of the tribe and this tribal unification that you very successfully have surrounding you in a congruent and awesome way.
Yeah.
With like everyone actually truly getting better.
Yeah. So what would you like to know?
Influence, specifically, the influence this type of tribal awareness has in society. I don't know. because like.
So what are you asking? What are you asking me?
Over many decades, they say like we're growing less connected, right? Like we don't even know our neighbors.
No, that's them, not us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this tribal awareness, this tribal unification of thought and code, very specifically code too. If you could speak on that, how powerful that is to be in society, operating under these codes.
Okay.
I really love the one around the women because that keeps all the guys together. Super tight.
Yeah. I don't know how I know it, but I know that when I look at it, I get two images. I get the images of ants, and I'll talk about that. I get the images of wolves and lions, okay? Like the beast. So, first of all, if I was going to speak exactly as what I want to say, right? And let's say you and I were twins, everyone, and we grew up together, and you knew my language perfectly, right? And you knew that's how I expressed myself. That's what I saw. That was real to me. Then I would say what I'm going to say right now, okay? So I don't know where I get it from, but I know how I get it, in a sense that the way that ants move, ant colonies, right? INC Nation has been an ant to me. So if you look right on the bottom corner of my screen, there's a red logo, everybody. That's our logo. And there's these ants that are crawling around it. They're black. They're big and small, big and small, big and small. So that's the proof of what I say. Why would anybody put ants on their fucking logo? I've never seen anybody put ants. Especially like a movement of like men that are making themselves stoically strong. Yeah, because exactly what he just said. Somehow, I have images of ants and an internal feeling of what it's like to be that, right? And so let's say, for example, if you thought today about breakfast or lunch, something you had earlier, okay? Or let's say if you thought about, if you thought about going to high school and you had an experience, right? And you would have a feeling as you went through the images, like you lived it. Okay, good. So I can at any moment, I can right now think like that and become an ant, or think about an ant, or imagine an ant, or remember an ant. I don't know what the word is, but somehow the image of an ant goes here, or I go there, and then just like that memory that you have, that you feel, I can move through the ant, and all I need to do then is not necessarily even come back and talk about it. I just be it, right? So I operate like an ant, first of all. I don't know. That's one. Two, when it comes to the women, because it's two separate things. Ants don't have that with women, right? Ants have a way of coordinating, of being separating, being one, unkillable, thousands, overcoming with numbers, being real focused, being stoics. They're like stoic motherfuckers. They're super strong. They have their jobs. They don't fuck around. They're assassins. They give their life like that. They have zero fear. They use sense instead of eyes, shit like that, right? So they have their own language, pheromones and shit. But then when it comes to the women, wolves and lions come to my mind right away, right? And I always think to myself, these are pack animals, right? Chimpanzees, gorillas, but I know them to be true, but I think about wolves and lions. I also can name a bunch of other, but I just tell you how I think. Wolves and lions. And then I think you got alpha wolf and you got alpha female wolf or something, right? And you got a wolf pack. And what is going to make this wolf pack so strong? Right? There's an order in that they can't fuck up. And for sure, the alpha female is not going around prancing in front of other fucking wolves. And for sure, the alpha male is not letting the alpha female go with another wolf for fucking lunch date and come back, right? And the lion, if he has lionesses, that's why I like the lion. He could have 9 or 10 lionesses. He's more powerful. He has 20 lionesses, right? If he has lionesses, he won't even allow another male within eyesight. Like if another male is there, he's up, and it starts. They can't even see each other. It's so dangerous to see each other. Okay, But I'm human. Now what? I don't know. I'm just telling you, like, that's how I think. I feel like that. Now, when that's inside me, right? Now I operate it. And then I realized quickly on YouTube that the skill that I had, or the understanding that I had, somehow I knew every man felt like me. Otherwise they were lying or they were psycho. That helped me. I knew that I may have been the first guy to get online and say, I have multiple girlfriends and it's okay and men can date other women, without being like weird, like I'm a swinger, and just being like, no, and my girls are not going to be with other men, and that's the way it is, and they're going to blah, blah, and I own them, I used to say back then. You know, I don't know, nobody wants to say that anymore. It's the wrong wording right now. Right? But I knew every man felt like that. So now I feel that every man feels like me all the time on my basic humanity. I think I've measured humanity, right? I get what it means to be human as a guy. And I believe what it means to be human as a woman now, right? And so to be human is, to me, is to suffer. That's what it means to me, to be honest. You know, you could say, oh, it's beautiful, it's creative. Yeah, but I think to me, humanity means to suffer. And to be ashamed. That's how I see humanity. I see them as being ashamed and suffering all the time. Scared, nervous, or too forceful. Right? Super not balanced. Okay? Humanity looks like it's in trouble all the time. He's like a ticking time bomb, or he's a zombie. Right? He's either too aware of the moment, or he's just not aware of the moment. He doesn't seem relaxed. When he or she looks relaxed, he or she is normally drugged. So it's not an alert relaxed. Right? It's a under the influence relaxed. Of what? Of what? It's when Sultan was in set and his girlfriend was on him. He was like, I'm trying to relax. No, you're under the influence of her spell relaxed. Big difference. You're not relaxed. You're under her influence. So, humanity has a problem. And I have the same problem as humanity. How's that? That's what's so strong. So I know humanity has all the problems I just said. I know that humanity is ashamed to fart or shit around their own girl. And if they don't have that, there's something wrong with them, actually. Right? I think that shame is part of being human, because animals don't have it. Right? Mm-hmm. I think that regret is part of being human, because animals don't have it, even though they kind of may have it, but they don't really have it. They kind of get over it. We don't. So shame and regret seem to be part of human. Blame seems to be human. The animals don't seem to blame each other. Maybe sometimes they don't like each other, two dogs, but we don't get the same vibe. Right? We blame. Shame, blame, regret, look at all these emotions that are terrible, right? But wait, they're humanity. And so when Mystery is the man who taught me game, or he taught me relationships and how to interact with people socially better, he says, never apologize for your humanity. Manu, the teacher who opened my mind to communication and aesthetics, he would say, never apologize for your survival. I say, don't apologize for being you. I think that's 369 somewhere. Either I'm 3 or they're 3 or he's 3 or 6. It depends on who you are and what language hits you better. But they all say the same thing. Don't say sorry for being yourself. I can't help but be myself. Now, if I don't like something about me because it's hurting others, I don't know that unless I'm in a relationship. So I like to tap in in the morning, and ideally, my favorite way would be to yell. Yell at the top of my lungs like I used to do, right? But I'm not living by myself in the middle of the fucking desert. And so even though I used to do that, at some point I had to stop that. Why? Well, the people in the house would understand it, but then our house was becoming annoying to the neighborhood.
We all start yelling. Yeah, it's like a rooster at like 4:40 a.m. You hear this.
Fucking 2:30 at some point it was happening. And it's quiet and you could hear us. Right, so anyways. Yeah.
Oh yeah, AZD, I was just going to say, because I know the stream only goes from like 5 to 6.
Oh, shit, yeah.
No, big problem, a massive problem a lot of guys face, and it's big, is these breakups. Their heart just getting all destroyed.
Oh, what a pain.
Because they're such great, emblems of divinity, right? So we've got a gentleman that's here, Mr. Anthony Chavez. And Anthony just went through a breakup because she cheated.
Oh,
she's the mother. Yeah, she cheated. She's the mother of his son.
Oh, to the heart.
And he did everything for her. And all he wants to do is just get over her.
Nice.
And make money.
Nice.
He wants to get over her and make money, so...
Anthony Chavez, I don't know where you are. I don't know where you are, but right now it's Monday. It's the beginning of the week. Get your ass here by Friday and just hang in there. Okay? We're going to throw you right now one of these life jackets, right? And we're coming right now. We're going to be en route. So get a life jacket and put the line onto us. We're going to start towing you. Bro. You have 5 days, right?
Yeah.
We're going to try to get you on the ship for 3 days, dry up.
He's in Reno.
Oh, no, you're right here.
Oh, man, you can take a bus here.
You're right here. You can come earlier. Bro, hey, on a real note, okay, you're going through some real shit. Now, I don't know how much you're feeling it, but for me, it was devastating. And I keep going through it. I've had so many breakups. I had a breakup last night, bro. I have so many breakups, okay? And they're deep, deep. Their names are tattooed on me. My names are tattooed on them. It's crazy, okay? So no matter what I tell you right now, it's going to be almost like you have a migraine headache and I'm going to give you just something to just lightly stop it, tiny, from like not killing your head. But the solution I have, you get here. The moment you get here, I want you to imagine, this is the communication. You're in the ocean like this right now, bro. Boom. Here, get the life. Got it? Now, hurry up. You got to come onto the ship. You're going to get over her by the time you leave here. Okay? Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say how, I've been to Vegas 3 times now, and honestly, Vegas is the easiest place in the world to get to.
Yeah, you're right. No matter what's going on, you can get to Vegas.
To get this fucking invitation to cruise in for a fucking weekend to Vegas and then go right back to your life completely fucking restored, able to literally fucking dominate your reality, bro.
Yeah.
Is fucking insane.
You gotta come.
If that's what's gonna happen during these streams, holy shit, dude.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Look,
nuts, bro.
I'm not gonna make it completely free for you, but I'm not gonna charge you what we charge. You have to pay something to value it. That's the thing. Okay, so I'll let.
Dude, he's DMing me.
I'll let Brett decide the price. Actually, Brett, you can decide the price, whatever you want.
All right,
yeah, that's good.
I'll definitely take that on, dude.
There you go. You got it.
He's cool to say something. Yeah, fucking say it, dude. Fucking
go ahead.
Cool, bro. He's DMing me. You can say it here in the.
Go ahead. Let's do it. Let's do it, Anthony.
Put it in the main chat or just fucking come on the camera and fucking let it out, dude.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, bro. Let's fucking go.
So the thing with my situation is so I gave her everything. I did whatever she wanted. Whatever she asked, I was there. And we were still going through some problems, but I did find messages before. And my problem was I forgave her because I loved her. I truly loved her. But now that we broke up, the next day she started talking to 2 other guys, and I was just like, yo, what the fuck? Did this some, like, not mean anything to you? Like, why are you moving on so quickly? And all she says is like, I'm not moving on quickly. I'm just talking to other people. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever.
Fuck that.
But let me ask you a question.
Dude,
are you broken
where
up?
do you live before ATD even, like, where do you live, bro?
I live in Reno, Nevada.
Hell yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Did you?
Vegas this weekend, dude.
Have you?
Okay.
Are you guys broken up?
Yeah, there was like at least twice before this happened.
But right now you're broken up?
Yeah, we're broken up.
So if you're broken up, why are you asking her why she's moving on so fast?
I don't know. I guess it was just like a jealousy type thing that I've always had.
Yeah, but you ought to be smarter than that. That's the thing. You got to play chess, and because that's not gonna bring her back. Okay? By saying that, you do nothing besides just make a big mistake. Look, when you break up, you got to do what I do. Have nothing to do with them. For a while, nothing. You sure as fuck should never say to them, why did you move on so fast? It doesn't matter. It's over. Right? Because as long as she feels like she has control over you like that, she'll keep doing whatever she wants to do and come back when she wants. Right now, that's what she's doing. Right now, she's going to go play the field, do whatever, and then she'll come back to you. Watch. She'll hit you up soon. If you leave her alone, she'll hit you up. And she'll just make sure she still has you. This will happen. Okay? So, just you got to come over here. And how much older than you is she?
We were both 20.
Oh, okay. Does she have any kids?
We have one.
Do you have it together?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. How old?
He's 3 years old.
3. So then, you guys live together?
We did, but now, well, obviously, since we broke up, we don't anymore.
Oh, I see. So you were 17 when you had a kid?
Yes.
Dang. Are you all right? What happened?
It was some things before, like, I know people think this is dumb and stuff like that, but I went through depression because I did lose my little sister. She didn't pass away, it's just, we were lied to. We basically tried to adopt her, and they said that, yeah, we will be able to adopt her, and in the end, they took her away, and they broke my heart, and because I was raising her.
And they did what?
Even though I was young. I was raising her even though I was young, but like, until I met her, I kind of wanted a kid, and obviously, we ended up having it.
Well, I know, but you had a little sister that they took away? What does that mean?
Yeah, like, so we were planning on adopting her.
Who's we?
Me and my family.
How old were you then?
I was like 16.
I see. Okay. And then as you guys are working on adopting her, everybody's feeling good about it? You're feeling good about it?
Yeah, I was feeling good about it, and the next, the real family of the baby comes in and just like takes her away.
And then
after
what?
we had her 2 years.
And then they kill her? You said she died?
No. Like, they just took her back because they wanted her back.
Oh, that's what she meant. Okay. And so you don't talk to her anymore or anything?
No, I don't want to talk to her. I haven't seen her in a long since they took her away like 6 years ago.
Dang. Okay, so then you end up meeting a girl and you're like, I want a child because I want to have that presence in my life, or what?
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Okay, so you did. So you accomplished that, right?
Yeah.
Right on. Was that good or bad?
Well, right now, my son is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Right.
As of right now, all I want is the best for him.
Yeah.
And all I want to do is just prove. I'm like, yeah, I had so much respect for her, but right now I just want to prove the bitch wrong and make her regret leaving me.
Yeah, the best way to do that is to massively succeed. It's hard to do, but it's the only way to do that. Believe me, I have been in your situation, brother, many times. Okay? Very heavy stuff. And I can't make light of it. To me, it's like the hardest thing to go through in life is a breakup, for real, okay? But that's why I become so strong. And so the best way to do that is to just flourish. L. Ron Hubbard called it to flourish and to prosper, right? Those words are beautiful. It's going to be difficult, but the best thing for your son and to get back at her is to massively succeed and focus like never before. Like become a monster at a business or whatever, but some skill. It could be anything. Social dynamics is a great one because this is the one that handles everything, right? But you become the best. Fuck the rest, my teacher, right? So in one universe and in one storyline, you're in a very bad position in your life right now. It sucks. Right next door, literally, in just one perspective over, you have the rainbow color lights, but they're in totally different frequencies. That's why they look like different colors. Look, they're one light, but split. So the yellow and the pink, they're not in the same frequency. That's why we see them differently. Now ready? Just like that, you have one life, one light. In one color, this is shit. You're in a fucked up situation right now, but for real. And if you go towards get back at her and make her regret and all that, that's fine. I love vengeance personally for myself. But the way to do it is one universe over. It's a different frequency. Because that way you're going to destroy her, you and your child will lose mom and dad. You don't want that, right? So you want to do it in a way that your child wins, right? Because your child wins, you're going to win. Everybody's going to win, right? And the way you do that next door is you become so successful, right? And you leave her alone. And you just become extremely successful. Because then you can provide for your child anything you want. Not only that, then when she looks at you, the success you have will bring you a way better girl, way better life. But if you focus on her, that's what she wants. Because she's not going to focus on you. You're going to focus on her while she focuses on herself. That's what a woman does. She goes and focuses on herself. That's why we can't believe it. Like, well, you never loved me? Not the way you loved her, that's for sure. But she can't help it. These guys are all nodding because we've experienced. The woman says, I love you. You say, I love you to her. Not the same. Mm-hmm. Exactly like your cat. Your cat says, I love you. Your cat loves you. And your dog says, I love you. Your dog loves you. But it's not the same feeling. You come into your house, your cat's like, what's up? Meow. Where's the food? Right? You're like, come here. He's like, all right, I guess. Baby. Your dog, you come in the house, your dog is dead asleep. Hey, what's up? What the fuck? You just walked out for 1 minute. It doesn't even have a time track, right? You close the door, he stands by the wall, where'd he go? Son of a bitch left me. I thought we were homies. That's your dog for real. Damn. After a while, he gives up. He goes and lays down. You open the door, it's only 2 minutes. Son of a bitch, how you been? Where are you? Totally different kind of love. Men are like dogs. Women are like cats. You have a great interaction with her. You're expecting next night to see her at where we're going, right? We all know. You get up, your tail's wagging. Hi.
Teletubby.
Yeah? Hey, how you doing? He's like, hi. Oh, are you okay? You want me to get you something? No. Just, I don't know, I'm just not feeling good. Do you want me to make you feel better? You know, like,
Oh,
right? Sucks. So now we've learned, right? We walk up not as dogs like that. If we walk up as a dog, we walk up as a pit bull or German shepherd, alert. As a guard dog, right? Not a fornicating dog. I'm a guard dog. Or I'm a wolf. Why a wolf? Well, you're a dog, right? Or a cat, whatever the fuck you are. A wolf is above it, looks down on it. Or you're a cat? Good, so am I. No, you're a pussycat. I'm a lion. I also have your same nature, just 1,000 times stronger than you, which is what the game I play, right? I go in, she has her vibe, I have her vibe too. You think you're the shit, I'm the shit. Yeah? You're judging me, I'm judging you. It's just that I'm much stronger than you, actually. I go over here, I'm not interested. You're not interested, I'm not interested. Right? You're working, I'm working. Right? I am you in male form tonight. Right? I'm not wagging my tail yet. If you want me to wag my tail, I'm a cat, you want me to purr, then come over here, we can purr together. But don't expect me to come in here and do this shit to you, okay? All right. So, what do you think, Anthony Chavez?
I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. This has helped me, and ever since my a good friend of mine, Chris Lopez, showed me your video, it's helped a lot. When he showed me your video, how to get over a breakup, I was just like, no, I'm okay. But then I told myself, I was like, you know what, you need to stop being like this. You need to just fucking go through it.
Yeah.
And when I watched the video and it said, the steps to getting over a breakup, one, fuck it, get into another one. Get into another girl, like start talking to another girl. Or two, get active.
Yeah.
And three, ignore her. And that's what I've been doing lately. I've been ignoring her. I've been doing active and shit. I even got late last night.
Well, there you go. Congratulations. Yeah. And remember, the advice I give you, you keep your son in mind, because it's going to give you a strength that she doesn't have. Right? A father's love is so powerful, he could move mountains, right? So you got to keep that in mind. She doesn't have that. She'll use the child against you. She can't have love for the child the way you have love for the child. We all know it. So your love for your child will bring God and the universe. What is it? I call upon the mighty forces of heaven. I employ them. Right? That's what you have to do. You have to employ God's forces, the righteous numbers, right? And that's how you do it. You just go, and as long as you keep them in mind and you have the ability to communicate that, you can't be fought, right? Every time some bullshit comes up, you bring it up in a righteous way. For example, this is not good for our son. We can't do this argument. Okay, so you don't argue then, right? Or blah blah blah. No, this is not good. This is not good for my son. Our son. Whatever the fuck you want to say, and you stay calibrated like that, right? That allows you not to get caught up in her web. Then she'll start to use your son against you. If she already hasn't, right? But she can't. Because you want the best for your son, right? So if she starts to act wrong, you stop her. It never becomes her kid. It's your son, right? So your son. That means that you're always going to take care of your son, no matter what the crazy bitch does. Okay? You have to protect your son against her. Because she's going to start, it's different when she gets with guys than you get with girls. Everyone knows that. Okay? Everyone knows that. You as a man, if you didn't get with a lot of girls, you would be some sort of a depressed father, maybe, to your son. Okay? If she gets with a lot of guys, it's not even a mother anymore. Right? Her vagina gets used up like that, she loses value as a mother over and over and over. As a father, it's not like you need to do that, but I'm saying that if you do and take care of your son, your value comes up. Yeah. It's like, yeah, he's a real man. He takes care of his son and he gets women. He's not chasing her. That's a powerful man. Right? You don't have to be a hermit as a man. I've seen sometimes guys do that, and I know Jesse Lee Peterson, who I admire, gives that advice. It's like, don't date until your son is 18. I don't believe that. Okay, but it is what it is. Everybody has their own belief system. So it's good. Stay strong. You're young, and come over here as soon as you can. And yeah, Chris Lopez is one of the guys here. So come, he's here too. See you soon. All right, well, guys, it looks like it's time. Brett, you're the co-host right now. So what do you want to say? Anything?
Yeah, bro. Fucking amazing, man.
All right.
Thank you so much for putting this info out. Like, one strong man can fucking change the whole universe.
That's always been that.
Let's fucking go, bro. Be the best. Fuck the rest.
All right.
We all fucking love it.
That's it. Be the best. Fuck the rest.